The Rising Mind: How Failure Forged Our Intelligence. Part 1. The Anomaly in the Testing Room. The scent of pencil shavings and nervous sweat hangs thick in the air. A clock ticks mercilessly above rows of students hunched over standardized tests in a 1950s classroom, ink-stained fingers, furrowed brows, the occasional stifled cough. Fast forward to today, the same test administered in a sunlit tech hub. Fingers dancing across touchscreens, algorithms quietly adjusting question difficulty in real time. The content is nearly identical. The scores are not. This discrepancy first struck psychologist James Flynn like a thunderclap in the 1980s. Buried in decades of IQ data from 20 nations, a pattern glimmered, a relentless upward creep of scores. Generation after generation, not by fractions, but by entire standard deviations. The average person in 1980 would score 30 points higher than their 1910 counterpart. The discovery upended everything we thought we knew about intelligence as fixed, innate. But the real mystery lay in why. Were we evolving into a new species of superthinkers? Or was something far more subtle reshaping our minds? Flynn's data whispered a provocative truth. We weren't getting smarter *. We were getting better at thinking in new ways. The tests hadn't changed. The test takers had. Consider the similarities question, a staple of IQ assessments. How are a dog and a rabbit alike? A 1900s farmhand might focus on concrete utility. Both are animals you hunt. A modern test taker instantly leaps to abstraction. They're both mammals. This shift from utilitarian to categorical thinking wasn't genetic. It was learned. Yet beneath this triumph lurked an unsettling question. If our minds were being rewired by our environment, what happened when that environment stopped pushing us forward? The data would soon reveal an answer no one wanted to hear. Part 2. The Three Architects of the Modern Mind. We taught them the game, and they learned to play it better than we ever could. The first driver was education's seismic shift from memorization to mental flexibility. Gone were the days of reciting rote lists. In came word problems demanding hypothetical reasoning. A 1920s student might be asked to name capital cities. A 1970s student was handed a blank map and told to imagine where a city should be based on trade routes. Failure became a teacher, each wrong answer sanding down rigid thinking, polishing adaptive instincts. Then came technology, the second architect. The cognitive demands of navigating a digital world are relentless, filtering torrents of information, switching between tasks, decoding symbolic interfaces, like blacksmiths hammering blades. Our minds grew sharper under the blows of constant micro-failures. A misclick here, a misjudged search term there, each error forcing recalibration. The chess masters of the 20th century, who could hold entire boards in their minds, now train against ash that deliberately push them into losing positions. Mastery no longer means perfection. It means thriving in the storm of mistakes. The third driver was hiding in our grocery stores. Iodized salt, vitamin-fortified milk, protein-rich diets. As malnutrition retreated, so did the mental fog it cast. Studies of Dutch children born during wartime famines show IQ drops equivalent to missing 2 years of schooling. The brain, finally freed from scarcity, could focus on higher-order thinking. Yet this progress came with trade-offs. Ancestral skills, wayfinding without GPS, estimating weights by hand, even basic mechanical reasoning, faded like forgotten languages. Inuit elders who could read snowpack like a textbook watch as their grandchildren struggle to navigate without smartphones. We traded depth for breadth, instinct for analysis. The paradox crystallizes in chess. Grandmasters today lose routinely to AI. Yet their human play has never been more innovative. Why? Because the machines didn't just beat them, they revealed how to lose better. We taught them the game, and they taught us how to evolve. Part 3. The river finds new banks. Now, the curve is flattening. In Norway, Denmark, Britain, nations that once led the IQ surge, scores have plateaued or even dipped since the 1990s. Some blame saturated education systems. Others point to digital distraction fracturing attention spans. The Reverse Flynn Effect raises haunting questions. Have we hit the limits of our adaptability? Or are we simply measuring the wrong things? Neuroimaging offers a clue. Modern brains show less activation during problem solving than their 20th century counterparts. Not because they're weaker, but because they've automated complexity. What once required laborious thought now flows effortlessly, freeing mental bandwidth for new challenges. Like a river carving deeper channels. Intelligence isn't about rising water levels, it's about reshaping the landscape beneath. Perhaps the ultimate lesson lies in how we frame failure. The Statue of Liberty's hammered copper skin only gained its strength through thousands of strikes, each dent and compression aligning molecules into unbreakable bonds. So too with the mind. Every standardized test flunked, every chess match lost, every abstract concept initially misunderstood. These weren't setbacks. They were the hammer blows forging a new kind of intelligence. We taught them the game. And when the rules changed, we taught ourselves to play again. Human cognition isn't a ladder to climb, it's a river, endlessly finding new paths through the bedrock of impossibility. The banks may shift, the current may slow, but the water never stops moving. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.